Hey everyone, this is the lesson for day 18. This is tomorrow's real objective. So here's the lesson. You should be doing this at home. Again, take out your notes. You should be writing your notes down. Take a moment, please, to and write this down, your title and the objective for today. Please pause the video right now to write those down. Okay, moving on. So today we're going to be talking about radical expression operations, but focusing on multiplication and division. Yesterday we talked about adding and subtracting. So we have to find the common radicals. Over here we don't. We could just multiply. Here are the steps. Take a moment to write these steps down. So please pause the video here and write the steps down. Okay, so you should have written the steps down. We're going to continue on here. So just watch right now, numbers 1 and 2, pencils down, just watch right now. So the first thing I want to do when I do any of these is I want to identify the coefficients here. We see coefficients. There isn't anything, so we could assume that there's 1 and 1. We can multiply the coefficients together. 1 times 1 is 1, so that's good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the radicands that are on the inside. We could do that because we could assume that because there's a 2. This is the square root. So today you're only dealing with square roots. You don't really have to deal with any other advanced topics. But since we have common square roots, we can multiply 2x squared times 6x squared. So 2 times 6 is 12. And then x squared times x cubed is x to the 5th. Now I could simplify this like before. We know that 12 is like 4 times 3. X to the 5th is like x squared times x. And then I could just do what I did before. That 1 I'm just going to leave alone now. So square root of 4 is 2. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of x squared is x. Bring down the rest of the problem, and we simplify, and we have number 1 is done. Okay? So that's number 1. Again, what did I do? I wanted to first figure out, what are the coefficients. Multiply those out. Then I multiply the radicands out, and then we got the answer. Simplify like we know, and then we're done. Okay, number 2, same idea. We have to figure out what are my coefficients. We have common indexes of 4. Okay, so we look at 1 times -3 is -3. Then bring down the rest of the problem. 9 times 45 is 405. And then x squared times x is x cubed. Now that looks scary, right? We're like, oh no, 405. Well, you could do a factor tree. Super easy. Check this out. You just, when you don't know what it's multiplied by, just take what we just multiplied with, right? 9 is like saying 3 times 3. 45 is like saying 9 times 5. 9 is like 3 times 3 again. So look at that. We have 4 3's here being multiplied together. So we write this out as the cube, or 3 to the 4th power times 5 times x cubed. Bringing down the, sorry, I'm going a little fast here. Now we could look at here, we could see that we could bring this out, right? So I'm bringing down the -3 and bringing this down, okay? And then bring the 4th root down of 5x cubed. We can't do anything with that. And then we just bring the rest of the problem down and simplify. We can't simplify anymore, so that's your answer. Okay, so that's numbers 1 and 2. Take a moment to pause the video and write these down. Okay. Numbers 3 and 4, I want you to try on your own first and then check your answers, okay? So pause the video here, write the work on number 3 and number 4. Just number 3 actually first, and then pause the video, work it out, and then replay the video and you'll see the answers. Okay, at this point you should be done. So number 3, this is what I would have done. Multiplying the coefficients first, you got 1 times 80r, or square root of 80r to the 4th. Then I could break this down to 16 times 5 times r squared times r squared. Square root of 16 is 4. And we could take out a couple of r, so all we're left with is 5. So 4r squared, add 5. Okay, that's number 3. If you made a mistake, please check your work and fix it. Number 4, please pause the video and try this one out. Okay, you should have worked this out in your notes. Here we go. So first thing I would do, now this one looks a little scary. You could have done it the long way, but I like simplifying before I multiply. So you see this 48. I want to figure out, if I could simplify this at all first before I start working it out. I know 48 I could say is 2 cubed times 6 times x. And I'll bring the rest of the problem down too while I'm at it. But I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to take out a 2, you see? Because now it's easier for me to multiply, right? I got we got 2 times 1. There's going to be a 1 here, which is going to be 2, right? And then we got the cube root times the cube root of this, which is going to be 6 times 4 is going to be 24. X times x is x squared. Simplify some more. I know that 24 is like saying 2 cubed times 3 times x squared. So we got 2 squared times this is going to be this amount. Okay? Pause the video here and check your work. Here's number 5 and 6. So take a moment. Please do not write. You're just watching right now. This is dividing, so it's a little bit different. What you want to do is assume that these radicals, when they have the same index, you can combine them. So like, check this out. You got 1, 6. Let's just take that fraction out of the way. Rad 42 over rad 47. Let's make it all under one radical. I know that 42 divided by 7 is 6. 6 goes in each of those, right? I'm saying 7 goes into each of those, leaving just 6. And then I can rewrite this as 1 times rad 6 over 6 times 1. So then I can simplify it as follows. We got rad 6 over 6 is the answer. Okay? Please pause the video here. Wow, don't pause it actually. Let's keep going here. Sorry about that. Next, we're going to do it again here. We got 1 over 2, 4th root of 10 over the 4th root of 32. Okay? We're writing this out, so actually I'll show you the whole answer here. We're going to rewrite this denominator first before I start working it out, so because I want to make sure it's nice and clean. So you see 32 becomes this right here, because I could simplify, right? I want to simplify before I start working things out. So when I do that, we could take out 2 out right here and rewrite it. 2 times 2 is 4. 10 over 2 is going to be 5, and then we can rewrite this here. Okay? So that's how you do this answer. Take a moment to write this down. Alright, continuing on here. 7 and 8, I want you to work these out. I'm going to show you the answers here in a moment. So 7 first, write this out. Pause the video. Okay, you should have paused the video and worked out 7. Here we go. Number 7, you should have the following. You got 4 times this amount, 7 over 63. You could simplify that. Okay. Square root of 1 is 9, or square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 9 is 3. And then you could simply get 4/3. Okay. Next one, number 8. Oh, number 8, there is no number 8 actually. So that was the last number. Sorry about that because I ran out of time here. So think about these questions. What do we learn? How do we do that? How does this fit in math? How might we use this in real life? And here are 4 problems. Please do these in your notes. Please pause the video here and check them. And we will check your work right now in a moment. So please pause the video. Work these out. Okay, you should have paused the video and worked these out. Here are the answers. So check your work. Tomorrow we'll come back to class and we will work on a quiz, like a mini quiz, and work in groups, okay? Thank you so much for doing this for homework. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, all right? Bye.